I gotta see this LeBron interview first, and then we'll go on this video.
The all-time scoring finish line. He's just 36 points away from passing Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and could do so as early as Tuesday against the Thunder. And earlier today, LeBron sat down exclusively with the legendary Michael Wilbon.
Ooh, Walker Wilbon.
How does a guy who never obsessed about scoring wind up in this place?
It's still mind-boggling to myself, you know, because I've set out goals throughout my whole.
Chat, can you guys hear this? Y'all hear it? Type 4 of y'all can hear this.
Career. I wanted to be rookie of the year. You know, I wanted to be an MVP in this league. I wanted to win championships, be an all-star. I wanted to lead the league in assists. You know, make all defensive team defensive player of the year. I've never said I wanted to lead the league in scoring, or for sure never said I wanted to be the all-time leader in scoring. That's never been like a dream of mine, and to sit here and actually be on the brink of it happening, this is it's pretty crazy.
Well, I know you're not a numbers fanatic either, but there's some records that obviously mean more than most. Just looking at it, and you've got days now of us pushing it on you, even if you didn't want to think about it. How does this sit with you? What appeals, what jumps out at you as you look at all these graphics and all these crazy things with you and Kareem side by side?
The first thing that jumps out at me is the company that I'm in. To know what Kareem did throughout his career, we're both high school phenoms, as they put it on us. And then to the next level, it was like, okay, these guys are the saviors, or wherever they go. And Kareem went to UCLA first.
19 shots away from 500.
Got to the NBA, was in Milwaukee, and then with the Lakers, and myself going to Cleveland. It was like, you guys at 18, 19 years of age, you guys are the faces.
Kareem didn't win a ring in Milwaukee, right? No, right? I don't think Oscar Robertson has a championship. Let me fact check that. I don't know if he does. He did win a ring in the Bucks. Okay, he won a first year then, right? Okay, he did get a ring with Oscar Robertson then. He did win. I lied. I'm sorry. He won the championship with the Bucks. And then what, 3 with the Lakers? So was he a 4-time champion? Kareem has 6 rings. He has 6 rings. Why does nobody talk about the rings he has? Hold on, now think about it. Why does no one talk about the rings that Kareem has? He has 6 of them. Hello? Why does that not get portrayed when it talks about a GOAT conversation?
And for me to be in the company with such a prominent, dominant force like Kareem.
Let's see his highlights. He's a big man in a big man era with an unpatented move. Why does highlights have to recommend how great you are? If that's the fucking case, Derrick Rose needs to be the top 5 player of all time. Why the fuck does your highlights dictate how great you are? That's a really stupid take. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it today, guys. I'm not doing it today. Tim Duncan's not an all-time great because he didn't dunk on niggas like that and fucking yell.
It's an honor.
I got a text from my 14-year-old son this morning saying, "Dad, wouldn't it be cool if LeBron broke the record with a little sky hook?"
I think he will try.
It might be cool, but it prompts me to ask, did you, in the backyard, did you ever toy with it? Or now, because you toy with so many things.
Yeah.
Have you toyed with the sky hook at all?
I've toyed with it more recently than I did when I was a kid. When I was younger, I grew up in the era of like the fadeaway sensation that MJ kind of started, or the crossover sensation that Allen Iverson created, or the no-look pass, you know, that J Kidd and actually Magic kind of had. But I never toyed around with the skyhook unless you were playing a game of horse. You're playing a game of horse, you mess around, see if you could get one, not thinking that your friend would be able to make it, a thing of that nature, but I never put it into the lab.
I want to stay on the subject of Kareem for a second.
That skyhook is hard as fuck to do. I don't care. It's hard to redo.
You guys had some awkward public moments there for a while, but what's it like now? Are you guys good? Have you talked? What's the relationship like now with you and Kareem?
I mean, it's all good. At the end of the day, we're part of a franchise that's so historic in the game of basketball, that means so much to so many people, not only here in Los Angeles, but all over the world, that it just makes sense. You know, it's kind of weird how the stars align, you know, and the fact that I'm sitting at the brink here and
WNBA script, by the way. WNBA script.
Being part of this franchise with so many greats, with Kareem, with Kobe, with Shaq, with Magic, Jerry West, Will Chamberlain, Elgin Baylor, so on and so on, the list goes on. It's just an honor for me, a kid from Akron, Ohio, to be in Los Angeles. You know, me and my friends and my mom always talk about we from the lower LA. You know, we call ourselves lower LA, now we in the big LA now. So we go from lower Akron to Los Angeles, and it's just an honor for me to be a part of this.
I think that you passing Magic, the greatest passer of all time, on the assist list, and Kareem is more impressive, and nobody talking about that. The scoring and the passing. To me, that combination is insane. Being the historian you are, I'm sure you've thought about it, even if nobody's talking about it.
If it was somebody else that was doing it, I would be looking at it just like you, Mike, and be like, that's insane. That's insane for one individual to be on the brink of being the all-time scorer in the NBA history, and also top 5 all-time in assists. And he's not a point guard. You know, it's truly remarkable for that to be accomplished. But it makes it weird for me when I think, dang, it's actually me who's doing it. That makes it weird on me.
But you cared more about the Magic side.
Oh yeah, I don't even know what y'all are talking about at this point. And yeah, I'm just gonna watch this. Yeah, but like, bro, being top 5 in points and assists is really crazy. I don't know. That is crazy.
For sure. I've always got a kick and a joy out of being able to bring the ball up or get the ball and be able to assist my teammate and seeing them score. I've always had a joy from that, even when I first started playing the game of basketball in my little league. It was something that's always been a pride and joy of mine, to be able to pass the ball and make everyone feel just as important as the first guy getting off the bench or the first guy that's starting.
Has this been stressful at all? The chase?
No, because it was never a goal. It was never a journey. You know, the stressful part for me is competing every single day to try to bring home the Larry O'Brien trophy, and how you trust the process along the way. Try not to get frustrated along the process throughout each season, but still keep the main thing, and understand that we're trying to build. I want to build greatness every single day to try to compete for the Larry O'Brien trophy. Like, that's the stressful part.
But especially, does it require more patience this year?
Yeah, it requires
some patience you maybe didn't know you had.
A lot of patience, a lot of patience.
You need 36 points to pass Kareem for the most all time. Since his 38th birthday, LeBron's averaging 33 a game, 52% from the field, 9 rebounds, and 8 assists.
That, like, on a daily basis, and obviously people talk about day by day, you've got to deal with that.
Yeah, well, I mean, for me, it's challenging, but I'm 10 toes down. So I understand that once I show up to work, or once I show up to, you know, the job description, and that's being a leader of the ball club every single day, there's no opportunity, or there's no slight for me on what my mindset is. My mindset is how we can be great today and how we can maximize today for either the next game, for the next road trip, for the next film session, for the next practice, for the next bus ride, plane ride. Like, you know, I have that mentality of if we can maximize today, then it makes the next challenge that much more easy for us.
Is health, I don't want to say the only thing. Obviously, there are factors in anytime there's competition, but you feel if you guys are healthy, as is,
Yeah,
you can make a run.
I believe so. I believe so.
Tuesday done deal with you, man.
Since we won the championship in 2020, health has been on the wrong side of our franchise.
Yeah.
And I believe, and I'm looking at the landscape of the league. We got some great teams, some great players. Guys are coming out and being amazing this year. And but I also feel confident in our ball club and our personnel that if we can be healthy and
19-time All-Star, 4-time NBA champ, 4-time MVP, 4-time Finals MVP. He should have more MVPs, and he should have a Defensive Player of the Year award, which I still think is still crazy that he doesn't have. He's obviously not going to get that anymore, but for him not to get that Defensive Player of the Year award, and what was that, 2013, is still crazy as fuck to me.
and get enough games under us where we get some momentum and we get some chemistry, and we know, okay, this every single night we have this starting lineup, we have this rotation, we got guys that's filling in, and we know there's going to be nicks and bruises, guys going to be games off here, games off there. We understand that, but for the majority, if we can be healthy going down the later stretch of the season, we give ourselves a good chance.
No team has ever asked a guy
To do so much.
38, 34, probably past that. No team. I don't know that any sport in North America has ever asked a guy to do as much as the club needs you to do, as much as you're asking yourself. How long can that go on?
I mean, for me, I'm trying to push the limit.
What's the limit?
I don't know. I hope I don't know. I hope I never see it. But it's what the job description requires of me. Until my job description is lower or less than, this is my job description. This is my job description. My job description is to do more and be productive at it. And I guess at this point, I wouldn't want to know other way.
I said I wasn't going to ask this, but I am. Do you surprise yourself at this? I'm looking at some of these games, these 45-point, 49-point games. Does any of that at this point, knowing what you know, being the historian you are, you know every great player started to have a little nosedive, even if they were great occasionally at 35, 36, 37. They didn't do anything like this. Do you surprise yourself?
I would say I do. I do. There's occasions out on the floor. I would say it's more sometimes like the back-to-back games, or the third game in 4 nights, where sometimes I'll wake up and I'm like, oh, I ain't gonna make it tonight. I just feel it. I said, yeah, it's 20 years and got to me tonight. Ain't gonna be good tonight. And then I get out on the floor and I'm running past, 21-year-olds jumping higher than 23-year-olds. I feel real good on how I'm playing the game. Not only physically, but more importantly, just like mentally. I'm just so much more sharper now at year 20 than I was at year 10 or even year 15. Well, definitely disappointed. I can't sit here and say I'm not disappointed on not being able to land such a
I shot a full whatever you.
Someone that I had great chemistry with, and know I got great chemistry with on the floor that can help you win, championships in my mind, in my eyes. But my focus has shifted now. My focus has shifted back to where it should be, and that's this club now, and what we have in the locker room.
That's a quick pivot, LeBron.
It's a quick pivot. Quick pivot. It don't take me long. It don't take me long. I don't get too excited about the possibilities of things that can be. I kind of envision myself on what it can, but I don't invest it all the way until I know it's happening. And when it does not happen, I'm back locked in on the job at hand. So, we had an opportunity. I think our names was out there. The Lakers' name was out there. We had an opportunity. Didn't happen. We move on and we finish the season strong. Try to get a bid into the postseason where I feel if we go in healthy, we compete with anybody.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube.
That last answer is really interesting because I think people are going to construe that because that's what they do. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, bro. Everybody has a different definition of GOAT. I think LeBron's the greatest. I've seen him since I was a kid to now. If I wasn't fat and out of shape, I would literally be watching, like, I would be playing against or with my idol, who, like, I've always watched since I was a kid, who made me, like, really love basketball that much more. I think he's done more with less than anybody's ever asked for, him and Tom Brady in sports history. And I feel like a lot of people try to do, like, the LeBron shit, like the GM and all this shit like that. Every star player has a say about who and what's going to happen on the team and what they would like. It's like if you work at a job, like you get asked like certain things and expectations or opinions, but like at the end of the day, he's not the one that's making the final move. The front office is, and he's just been asked to do so much more with less. And I don't know, but whatever. That's my guy. It's gonna be dope to see him pass the record. I wish I was going to the game, but I'm not. But yeah, man. Anyways.